I think this episode should best be opened up with a story that I was going to tell in episode 1, but I failed to. So, today, before I recorded this, I actually went to the pet store and I bought my my dog, Mo, M-O-E, a pair of dog toys. One of those dog toys was this carrot that was labeled indestructible, which might as well mean made of bloody glass. I gave him the dog toy at 4 o'clock, roughly, and at 5:01, I found the dog toy torn open, meaning that dog toy lasted exactly an hour. That is why I had to take a small phone call. It was like a brief, like, I'll be right back moment. And that's the funny story. Hello, greetings, companions, boys, girls, that technicolor rainbow in between. I am the man who accidentally unplugged his microphone. Lava Captain 2000 here. In the last episode, we arrived at the mansion that we won after Mario went on ahead. Found that Mario was not there, and a bunch of ghosts were, alongside an old senile man who, if we're being honest, looks like he's pushing 300. The old man decided he was going to give us a vacuum cleaner and teach us how to fight ghosts, and then we did battle with ghosts on 2 separate occasions, once within the hallowed halls of the laboratory's training facilities, and then once in the parlor, a room that is located on the 2nd floor. We also found this guy, one of the toads that Princess Peach sent to look after Mario, or look for Mario, because obviously Luigi on his own just wasn't enough. Today we're going to be going through the majority of Area 1 today. Area 1 is very much a tutorial area, and depending on how well I do, there will be good things and bad things. Now, much in the same way that there are treasure that you can get only when a room is open, room's lights are off, my bad, not open. A room's lights are off. There are also some treasures that you can only grab when the lights are on. There is also a collectible that we need to get when the lights are on, but we won't be talking about those for quite some time. For now, let us go to this big door over here, and I think this is the mud room, which is very bizarre because the mud room is meant to be a place where you put your shoes to prevent it from tracking mud into the rest of that mansion. So naturally, putting it on the 2nd floor is a bit of a dumb idea. Is this the mud room? Nope, it's the anteroom. We got gold ghosts here. Alright. New enemy! These things are called pink or purple punchers. I don't remember which. And that's a poison mushroom. That is something that can occasionally pop out. Poison mushrooms are, they are, if you accidentally run into one, it shrinks you down to size, and you can't use your vacuum, you lose health, and you also lose money. So it's pretty rough. I don't know if those enemies are called pink punchers or purple punchers. I know that it depends on what region you are, and I'm gonna call them pink punchers. They have a much faster wind-up speed. There we go! 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 Gimme! 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 There we go! We got it. The reason why I didn't search these is because I did not remember. I think I missed some gold because I do remember there being some gold in those. Oh well. We searched you. And then we searched you. Oh, hey, we got some money. Coins. Yay. Alright, before we do anything, I recently just finished playing Lego Marvel Superheroes, which is why I keep mashing the X button despite me not using this. We're gonna go ahead. I didn't even grab the key. I didn't even grab the freaking key. Okay, let me go grab the key first.
Mario.
The key is... Oh, shoot. The key is nowhere. The key is not in existence. Damn it, I pressed the X button again. Okay. Before we go into the next room, I want to save. And I will need to save. And I will preemptively let everybody know that if you hear me, suddenly, something is going to happen. And if I butcher it, you're going to hear a lot of noises and me quickly resetting my my Wii. And yes, I'm not on a GameCube. I'm actually on a Wii via GameCube. I've got one of those old white Wiis that allows you to play GameCube games in them. All right, this room. What's this called? The wardrobe room. Gonna go ahead and make sure you don't hear us. Come over to this thing right here. Quickly! Quickly! Thank you! Ignore everything else. So that enemy right there, that was a speedy spirit. Go away, please. That enemy was a speedy spirit. One of only 15 speedy spirits in this entire game. Speedy spirits, when uncovered, they will never spawn naturally. They can only be uncovered. Once uncovered, they will quickly dart around the room until either enough time expires or they are stunned and not rolled in. If you successfully roll in a speedy spirit, you will receive cash. A large amount of cash. And more often than not, they will be worth it. However, if you uncover a speedy spirit and fail to capture it, either by running out of time to catch it or by stunning it with your flashlight and then not rolling it in quickly enough, it will be gone forever. Ow! My first damage was taken because of... Oh, screw you, game. Give me the cash. Great. My first damage was taken because of a banana peel. You hate to see it. That's a shame.
Mario.
No! Damn it. Please tell me that didn't reset the enemies. I don't think it did. Alright, there's a golden ghost in here. I think that's it, right? Yes, it does. And the key actually shows itself up there. Grab you. So there we go. Key! But yes, that is a speedy spirit. There are 15 speedy spirits in this game. We will be collecting all of them. If I fail to roll a speedy spirit in, I will reset the game. You'll see it because all of a sudden you'll just hear a notable cut, and then it'll be back into me entering the room for the first time. So that key goes back down, not to the first floor, but it goes to a locked door near the foyer. So we got that. We're actually going to walk out here for a second. Over there in the background, you can see the graveyard, which is going to be a locational visit much later. And another toad. Let me get my water for this. Let me get a drink. Let me hydrate before I break my voice.
Mario, where are you? Huh? Luigi? Yes, Luigi! How lucky you found me! I feel so much better now! Please, please, please save Mario! I looked everywhere! I can't find him! Where is he?
There we go. And obviously you can use this toad to save your game. So that 2 saving toads in Area 1. I believe there's... I don't know how many toads there are, but there's not that many. Also, back outside here real quick, you'll notice there are some plants over here. Remember these plants. We'll be coming back to them much later on in the game. Anyway, moving on, Luigi. Damn it, when I want to press X, I can't press X. So we're going to use first instance of using a mirror to actually move some rooms. And back down in the foyer. Hello, Mr. Toad. We're going to move over here. I want to check you for health real quick. You can get health from objects that you've already searched, but there's a % chance of that happening, and... What? My Game Boy can take calls? Hold up a sec, Luigi! It's me, Professor Egad! This is definitely not the same voice that he had in part 1. What was his voice? I detect spirits stronger than we've seen yet lurking ahead. I think it must be some of those escaped gallery ghosts. You should know that they're really different from the other ghosts you've seen so far. They don't show their hearts very easily. Nope, not at all. When you find one, you should first use the X button. And the X button apparently triggers burping. Just search his heart for clues. Sometimes you can learn the best way to surprise them. Well, Luigi, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. So, yes. Starting this point on, we're actually going to be fighting some bosses, which are surprisingly frequent in this game, despite everything that you might think. Alright. Alright, we're in our first actual bit of area 1 here, our first hallway. Hallways have traditional blue and purple mice. Blue mice will wander in a straight line, and purple mice can climb on walls. Neither of them have a health bar, and they both will, they both do 5 parts of damage if you accidentally step on one, so they're very annoying. This right here. Oh, no, don't you do that. If I press the Y and pull up the map, you can actually see the door that I'm pressing my nose into isn't actually real. This is because this is a fake door. If you open this fake door, you'll lose 5 hearts of damage, 2 coins, and the ghost will laugh at you. There's a variety of ways to tell if there's a fake door or not. First of all real doors in the game, no matter how disappearing or how decrepit, will always have a doormat in front of them because ghosts are polite no matter what. Second of all, if you vacuum a fake door, it will not rattle. Real ones do rattle, and later on, you can use elements like fire, ice, and water to melt doors, although I don't recommend this because that will simply only last for the amount of time that they are in the room. So for now, we're going to go to the only open door that we can go to, this door right here, which takes us into the study. The study is... Grab this. Okay, so the study actually has a few things. First of all, chair. There we go. This is our introduction to gemstones after I've grabbed everything else. That right there is our first gem. It is a red gem, or as I call it, a ruby. There are 10 gems, 10 gems per type. I'm gonna go ahead and press the Z button here. We can see we got our first gem. Gemstones are worth a particularly large amount of money, and they are generally only gotten from 2 to 3 different methods. A, you get them from optional bosses. B, you get them from speedy spirits and the other type of creature that we are going to deal with. Or C, you randomly get them for searching very specific objects throughout the game. We're going to try to find them all, but unlike them, I know most of the items that I'll need to deal with, so I doubt I'll need it. Anyway, the last thing that we'll need to grab is if we go into the camera mode, behind this desk, there is a piece of cheese right here. We're going to go ahead and search it. This is a golden mouse. Golden mice also drop a particularly large amount of currency when you are rolling them in. They, unlike speedy spirits though, they are much more forgiving, but there's a lot less of them. There's 15 speedy spirits and 10 golden mice. And that is pretty much everything else. And now, if we go over to this is the boss. His name is Neville. And to deal with Neville, all you gotta do is wait for him to yawn! Boss ghosts always have 100 HP unless they are in multiples. You will receive a new currency that we haven't dealt with yet called pearls. Pearls are in 3 sizes. Small, medium, and large. The pearls that you will get are directly correlating to how much you rolled in. For every 10 HP you pull, you get 1 small pearl. Every 20, you get 1 medium pearl. And if you manage to pull 90% of the ghost's health in a single suction, you will receive a large pearl. That's really about it. Because of the very nature of how pearls work and the fact that they are only boss exclusive and they are directly correlated to the bosses themselves, then I will not be getting them. But I believe there are 18 big pearls and then 156 small and medium pearls. So there you go. Anyway, there's a book of riddles. Will you read it? Yes, I shall. Mysteries appear when people turn, but turning away from them solves nothing. Instead of turning away, it'll turn to the side and look at the mystery from a different view. A way will surely open. That is supposed to be a hint for... I lost 1 health fighting that boss. How did I lose 1 HP? Okay. Alright, that right there, the first book was a how-to on figuring out how to deal with Neville, the first ghost. And here's Neville's Big Baby Care Diary. Will you read it? Yes, I will violate Neville's privacy. He's dead now. My third son is still a baby. Oddly enough, he seems to scare people in ways the other 2 never did. The twins now. They're afraid of fire, water, cold, and wind. Why, they shake with fright beset by the elements. Sometimes I think they're more childlike than the baby. This is a hint for a future boss that we won't be seeing for quite some time. This is a book called Darkness Is Their Cheese. Will you read it? Ghost mice are drawn to darkness as real mice are drawn to cheese. In the dark they shine gold with contentment. I must try to get close to one before lights come on. Sea Parmesan. Ah, yes, sea Parmesan, much like Gruntley Fromage, a good friend of mine. That right there is, of course, a hint on the golden mice. What's in here? You found the Book of Pericles. Will you read it? Yes. There are spirits known as elemental ghosts. They live in the elements of fire, water, and ice that make up much of our world. To handle these elements, one first must obtain an element metal. Perhaps the element ghosts are only visible to the bearer of such a metal. That right there is a hint for future collectibles that we'll be grabbing, as well as how we'll be dealing with fire, water, and ice. You found Egad's Guide to Ghosts. Will you read it? I should take this. Dear readers, we've all had trouble with ghosts who aren't easily surprised, right? They have all sorts of ways to protect themselves from light. What would you do, bright folks, when in a fix with one of these stubborn ghouls? Well, sir, I'd first look for an opening, a way to catch them off guard and unsettle them. When a ghost is surprised and shows you its heart, that's your chance to get the little bugger. I tell you, I've caught dozens of ghosts just like this. I don't know what that's a hint for, other than the fact that Egad's been at this for longer than Luigi's been alive, probably. You found Lydia's childcare diary. Will you read it? The twins are very shy for ghosts their age. They've even gone and hid the key to their room far away in the mansion. How very trying. They got mad at me the other day for twirling their little toy helicopter mobile. Ghost children today. Who knows what they're thinking? So that is a reference to 2 separate bosses. Obviously the twins, who will be a present threat that we'll be dealing with much later. But unlike the twins, if we go into the room that we have the key for, the key that I left in the study for. Crap, my bad. Alright, here's the key to the next area that we're going into, which I believe is the key to the master bedroom. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, they stuck the master bedroom on the 2nd floor. You think they'd put the master bedroom on the 1st floor or the final floor, but no, it's 3rd, 5th room we're going to. And I believe, in case you guys were curious, I believe that is it for golden mice and speedy spirits in Area 1. There is technically one more speedy spirit in Area 1, but we can't get it yet until a certain thing happens much later on in the game, as I've said. Alright, the master bedroom. Over here we have the next boss ghost, which is the namesake Lydia. I believe... No, okay, so up here... Whoa, my camera. Up here, we're going to go ahead and mess with the fan. And we're going to spin it around real quick. You spin the fan right around like a fan. Give me the money. A lot of money there. Ghosts have it all. This is a gold bar. The first gold bar we're obtaining. There's, I believe, 50 gold bars. I will probably not get them all because gold bars are really hard to obtain. So, to deal with Lydia, what you must do is you must take this and have the wind. Oh dear, such a draft. Anyway, compared to her husband, Lydia is a little bit more of a problematic boss. Unless you do what I'm doing, which, oh my god! Well, that was easy. There we go. That is our second boss taken care of. Lydia can be a bit of a challenge because she has a nasty habit of accidentally getting up to the very top of the fan and getting in the, like, messing around with the fan blades, which makes dealing with her quite cumbersome. Anyway, now that we have unlocked that, we have unlocked the key to the next room. You can also see Toad from over there because that's where the wardrobe room is. So yeah, we've been there before. And... uh-oh. Well, that's not good. So we're gonna go into here real quick. And this is a room that leads to the nursery. Make sure you've gotten everything that you want to grab, although there isn't much you can grab now that you've gotten Lydia and Neville. So we are in the nursery, and everyone likes ghost babies, so there, right there, that is Chauncey. And Chauncey is the first... no, you got Luigi! I already was mad at Mario. This right here is one of the very few. There is one in every, a few certain locations. There will always be a big heart that restores 50 HP in that, in this little thing right here every time you search it. So yeah. Anyway, no cash.
Oh yeah.
There is another plant here. We should remember to water that. There's also some plants in the master bedroom, so we should grab that. I'm gonna go ahead and show this off real quick. That's not the camera. Baby. Now that's just not my style. Good going, Luigi. I love reusing jokes. Anyway, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to mess with the rocking horse here, which will wake up Chauncey. And Chauncey is going to ask that you play with him. Alright, to defeat Chauncey, you must take a ball. Grab the... apparently... there we go! You're gonna want to violate the baby's physical rights by bullying him with a beach ball.
You gave me an owie! I just wanted to play with you. I hate grown-ups! Why do you have to be bigger than me? I've had enough.
Why does he sound like Toad?
Small, now grow smaller. Small, itsy tiny, little, wee, ga, goo, 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 ga.
Well, that's not good. That's a lot of rocking horses. So, ding! There are a few bosses quite as strong as Chauncey. Chauncey is the area boss for Area 1, so he's essentially the first final boss of she's the final boss of this area, which is kind of funny if you think about it for long enough. In this battle, you are not going to have your flashlight. You don't need it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab this, and then you're going to hit him in the head. Unlike Lydia and Neville, you cannot roll Chauncey in a single run. You must simply do the best you can. with what you are given. Chauncey's not a particularly hard fight, but I will say this. Chauncey's fight, there can be moments of the game just deciding you have taken damage. And trust me when I tell you, when that happens, it's not fun. Normally it's with these balls here, because if Luigi makes contact with the ball without it being vacuumed, then he actually does take damage. Alright, Chauncey, come here. $25. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that in. I mean, I did more than I thought I would off of that. Alright, Chauncey is going to continue running around. Oh no, it's a very simple pattern. Yeah, yes, I know you're upset. Alright, here's where I'm probably gonna get hit here. Oh! Dark! Ow. Bring me the ball! Boink! Come on, Luigi! Yes! Alright, 3 times the charm! And that is Chauncey, and that is Area 1 completed, and whoa! That's a big golden chest! What's inside? I completely forgot about this color. So there's 7 types of colorations. Gonna quickly search you real quick, grab that 50 heart, even though we only took a whopping 5 hit points of damage. We'll need to remember Chauncey's crib for a later date, though, because there is actually something we needed here before. But for right now, we've gotten the only thing that matters, which is the first area key, the Key of Hearts. All right, I need a drink of water. Who knew that Luigi's Mansion would be such a vocally taxing game? Also, it looks like this video is going to be going to the 30-minute mark because we did a boss ghost.
Luigi.
Luigi, can you hear me, boy? Oh, thank goodness, you're okay. I lost contact with you all of a sudden. I was a tad worried. You seem to be a bit tuckered out after that long battle, don't you? Why don't you come on back to the lab? When you vacuum a boss ghost, your Poltergeist 3000 gets pretty much full to bursting. But ho ho ho! You guess you served that boss ghost who's boss.
And there we go. So after vacuuming, defeating Chauncey, we're going to be warped back to the lab.
Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Take a gander at this. This fine piece of work took nearly 20 years to develop. I call it the Ghost Portrificationizer. This machine lets us turn the ghosts you catch into paintings. Not only that, but it works in reverse, too.
I'm going to turn down the volume a bit. There. I hope that works. No, sorry, I understand that this game's a loud game, I guess is the phrasing I'm going for, so maybe keeping it slightly less loud is a good thing. You know what? Maybe after this episode, I'll test the audio. I did these first 2 episodes back to back with only a small session in between, so who knows?
Well, how do you use it, you ask? Well, it's simple. Just plug that Poltergeist 3000 into that slot and enjoy the ride, my boy.
Alright, so this is our first area completion! Maybe messing with the audio while the video is playing is not a good idea. I don't know, man. Anyways.
Ghosts are invisible, so we need to press them into visible forms.
Alright.
And presto, turn them into beautiful ghost portraits.
We have 3 ghost portraits that we have. We have Lydia, Neville, and Chauncey. Not in that order.
Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi.
Alright. Area 1's ghosts include Neville, Lydia, and Chauncey. If you'll notice, all 3 of them have a yellow frame outline. We'll explain that in a second. You've caught a total of 3 ghosts. Then we have our finances, our money. So yeah, as you can see here, 1 gold coin is worth quite a lot. I think 1 gold coin is 5,000 gold, so the recession's been pretty high, and we got 8 million gold. I think that's a bit short of what I should have. Huh. Oh well. I would like to save. We've got 8 million gold. 8,260,000. Alright. Before we continue on, we're going to head back to the gallery so I can explain those frames. First of all, there is frames for 1, 4, and 2. So we're missing 3. I wonder what 3 could be. If we look at our Game Boy Horror, you can see here, each of them actually has their own a bio. Alright, so these frames right here actually represent how well you did on the boss. There are 3 types of frames you can have in this game. In the GameCube version of Luigi's Mansion, you can have a bronze frame, silver frame, or a gold frame. The way the game decides its rank is 2 qualifications. How much health you lose while fighting the boss, or more accurately, how much health you have left when you fight the boss, or how much HP it took for them to drain the boss. To get a gold rank, you have to drain 90% of your health, 90% or more of Ghost's HP in a single suction, and take less than 10 HP of damage, or have 90% HP or less. I believe the requirements for silver are 3 3 rolling attempts total, and more than 60 health. And bronze is if you can't do either of those. For area bosses, because obviously we couldn't get Chauncey in one take, but still got the gold frame for him, the only requirements is that we had to have more than 90 HP at the end of the fight. In the 3DS remake, first time I'm mentioning that game, there's actually a further platinum that you can get on the hard mode, where you drain, I believe it's over 140 HP in a single suction, have more than 95 HP, but that's not how this is going to work. I'm not going to try for gold ranks, but if I get them, I get them. There are some bosses that I will confidently take a bronze on with no little hesitation. And for area bosses, there's not even really an incentive to get a gold rank on them. So yeah, anyways, that is going to be it. We're very past the time limit. My time limit was 25 minutes, and we're at 33, so... Next time on Luigi's Mansion, we're going to head into Area 2, get that area started. Who knows what we'll find? Maybe we'll even find some familiar ghost friends. Who knows? Who knows? Until then, thank you everybody so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twix or Blue Sky, whichever one you want. The politics be damned. Also, join Lava's Museum. It's a Discord server where you can talk to me, see when I upload videos, and you may even get some alerts that might be on the YouTube channel. Or all that. And I'll also mention when I'm live on Spaceboy Kai's Twitch. Every Thursday you have a chance at seeing me. Yippee-ki-yay. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Until the next story, later. Bye.